Right, good morning, fellow citizens of the planet Earth. Hello there. It's not a bad morning. It's not a bad morning. Weather report, yes, not a bad morning. Dark skies. Now, I'm heading back to Perth today. I'm going to go and I'm going to go and see Jodie and Alex. Just going to meet up for lunch at Dobbies in Perth. It's kind of like a halfway place for us to meet, so I'm just going to go and do that today. And then I'm going to go and meet my mate Paul. And we're going to go and see the new Batman film. I'm Justice.
Hi.
So what's your name?
I'm in Colourful Car.
Colourful car. What's this one called?
It's for me.
Let's
Is that for me? Is that for me? Thank you. No. Oh no, the bug is out of control.
While you're shopping with us today, you can take a look at the new Resident 4 upstairs. Where you'll find a range of Santa cameras.
Okay then, here we go. Right, let the car go, that's it. Here we go. Off we go, hey! That's it. Right, so that was my visit to Dobbies. Very adult thing for me to do. Go and meet my daughter at Dobby's Garden Centre and have some lunch. Had a full English. It was all right. Give it 6 out of 10. By the time we got the organisation in Dobby's, it's not a food outlet. See, that's the trouble. And they're not very well. I don't think the food's always sort of tepid, I find, and I have to go get the cup of tea myself and all that. Anyway, so yeah, about 6 out of 10. However, you know, Dobby's is quite good for wandering around. Just if you've got a kid, you know, and they look at the fish and everything, and they're quite entertained by the plants and all that kind of stuff. And it's always, you know, it's a good place to. It's only 20 minutes for Jodie to drive down here, half an hour for me, sort of thing. So yeah, it's a great place to meet. And it's really good to see Jodie and young Alex. He's a star. He was a bit grumpy when he came out of the car, but you know, he's only a kid. Of course, I was grumpy when I got out of the car and all. I bought myself some jolly mixtures. Or bonbons, as they call these ones. Oh, I've dropped them. Oh, for God's sake. Into the green pyramid of consumerism. It's bucketing down. So I got myself some prawn crackers. Some of these sauce things. And I've got a couple of ales as well to go with the tea. I'm on my own tonight. Rosie's away in Edinburgh seeing Hairspray. Yeah, right. And a quick shout out to I got stopped in Asda. I got a picture taken. Yeah, fame again. So hello to little Oscar. To little Oscar, and also to Ryan, the dad, who watches me all the time. So hello, Ryan, and nice meeting you, Oscar. Fantastic. Right, I've also got a couple of mystery things. What do you think's in here, folks? What could it be? It's my favourite things. Always get a 10 out of 10, and they're in the bag, folks. So see that when I get home. Right, home we go. And vengeance. Yeah, right. Batman. Went to see it yesterday with Paul. I've kind of given myself a sort of like a few hours to mull over it. Didn't want to just go straight in there with a review. We had a little discussion about it, Paul and myself. So it was all right, man. I mean, it was a very long film. I'll give you that first of all. There's a few spoilers here, folks. So you know, if you're going to watch it, don't watch this bit, okay? A few spoilers. Yeah, it's quite a long film, 3 hours long. Now, personally, I think it could have just been 2 hours, even 1 3/4 of an hour would have been long enough. It started off sort of all right. It's kind of like a mystery, more of a detective mystery sort of thing, you know. Batman's obviously in his early days of sort of. He's not really like so much of a superhero as more of a detective hero sort of thing. You know, the police aren't too sure about him, and there's not that many sort of baddies about sort of on the go either. So. Yeah, but it was all right. It's a very dark sort of film, and some of the sound I felt in it was a bit quiet. You could have done some subtitles at some point, I thought, you know. Yeah, it's nicely filmed. There's some scenes in it which are a bit sort of. It was quite hard to follow. The car chase in particular was a bit difficult to sort of follow what was going on. And the makeup in it, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, my goodness me, you wouldn't even known it was him. I know everybody's been saying that's been the main sort of spoiler. But Colin Farrell wouldn't even recognise it. I think there was one scene where he looks back in the mirror or something. You can maybe see in his eyes that could have been him, but it's very hard to see. Similarly, Colin Farrell went into a nightclub in the Penguin makeup, and nobody had a clue who he was, man. So yeah, nicely shot. Yeah. As for the main, what's his name, Robert Pattinson being the baddie, being Batman, I should say. Sorry, it was all right, man, but nothing. He's quite tall, I think, so he looked quite good when he was in the costume. But when he was out of the costume, he looked like an emo. You know, the sort of dark makeup on and scraggly sort of hair, and it just, I don't know, man. It just, something didn't quite gel quite right with the film. Put it that way, folks. And it did leave it open-ended for it to be obviously a couple more films in the franchise so far. But yeah, as I said, it kind of went a bit, it lost its plot. The film lost its plot after about an hour and a half. It went into this disaster movie at the end, which I hate things like that, man. And he's hanging on for dear life, man. How many times have I said that to you on this very channel about films? I hate when you see the goodie hanging on for dear life and the baddie standing over him, and there's a big disaster going on around. Well, this happened at the end of this film, folks, honestly. So yeah, lost marks for that. And but actually being in the cinema itself was really nice. I like the big comfortable chairs and everything. That was really good. So yeah, overall the film gets a 6.5, maybe 6.25. We'll go for 6.25 on the ometer, folks, for the film, for Batman I Am Vengeance.